News release. Province launches plan to power Ontario's growth. The Ontario government released the Powering Ontario's Growth Plan, outlining the actions the province is taking to meet the increasing demand for electricity driven by strong economic growth and electrification through the 2030s and 2040s. These actions, which include new zero-emissions electricity generation, long-duration storage and transmission lines, will provide families and industries with the reliable, low-cost and clean power they need, and power our future. July 10, 2023. Energy.
Greetings, my name is DOL. I'm a precision machinist with over 15 years experience in robotics and AI automation, specialized in sustainable manufacturing and climate solutions. I coach women through technical and vocational education and skills training to become highly qualified personnel in STEM. DOL.STUDIO presents Sourcing Smart and Green Products and People globally.
The Ontario News, Weekly Wrap-Up, Year 23, Week 28. Information from the Open Government Newsroom, courtesy of King's Printer for Ontario. 2023. Bulletin. Ontario protecting walleye population. The Ontario government is safeguarding the province's walleye population by ensuring overfishing doesn't take place. July 14, 2023. Natural Resources and Forestry. News release. Canada and Ontario increasing access to high-speed internet service in Huron and Bruce counties. The governments of Canada and Ontario are investing more than $4.5 million to bring reliable high-speed internet to more than 1,770 families, farms, and businesses in County of Huron and Bruce County. July 14, 2023. Agriculture, Food and Rural Affairs. News release. Ontario starting work on 2+1 highway. To improve road safety and keep people and goods moving across the province, the Ontario government has awarded a contract to begin the environmental assessment and design work for a 2+1 highway on Highway 11 north of North Bay. July 14, 2023. Transportation. News release. Ontario making it faster and easier to access healthcare. In northern communities, the Ontario government has approved 3 new Ontario health teams in northeastern Ontario that will break down barriers to better connect people to care within their community. By working together, Ontario health teams ensure people can move between healthcare providers more easily, with one patient record and one plan that follows them wherever they go. July 13, 2023. Health. News release. Ontario training next generation of shipbuilders in Hamilton. The Ontario government is investing over $3.7 million to help 300 shipyard workers, apprentices, and job seekers in City of Hamilton and Port Weller get the training they need to earn bigger paychecks for themselves and their families. This funding will help modernize Ontario's shipyards to attract lucrative shipbuilding contracts and thousands of well-paying jobs to the province. July 13, 2023. Office of the Premier. Bulletin. Ontario government activates disaster recovery assistance to support residents in the Ottawa area. The Ontario government is activating the Disaster Recovery Assistance for Ontarians program in 3 municipalities along the Ottawa River. The safety of those affected by this natural disaster is the government's top priority. July 13, 2023. Municipal Affairs and Housing. News release. Government strengthening agricultural productivity and sustainability. Through the Sustainable Canadian Agricultural Partnership, the governments of Canada and Ontario are committing more than $68 million in the Ontario Agricultural Sustainability Initiative to fund 3 programs designed to support farmers in making their agricultural lands more productive and resilient. July 12, 2023. Agriculture, Food and Rural Affairs. News release. Ontario providing more affordable housing in Smiths Falls. The Ontario government is providing over $1.63 million to create 5 affordable housing units in Smiths Falls to support low-income households on the rent-geared-to-income housing waiting list. July 12, 2023. Municipal Affairs and Housing. News release. Ontario expanding self-serve online vehicle registration. The Ontario government is making it easier and more convenient to buy and sell vehicles. The province is expanding the online digital dealership registration system to include used cars. Now, new and used vehicle sales can be registered online by dealerships participating in DDR. July 12, 2023. Public and Business Service Delivery. News release. Ontario providing more affordable and supportive housing in Ottawa. The Ontario government is providing $10 million to create 53 housing units in Ottawa to support individuals and families experiencing homelessness. July 11, 2023. Municipal Affairs and Housing. News release. Ontario launches free job training for newcomers. The Ontario government is investing $2.6 million in 4 free training projects to help more than 300 newcomers, including displaced Afghans and Ukrainians, find meaningful jobs with local employers. Ontario welcomes more immigrants than any other province each year, and research has shown that helping internationally trained newcomers work in the professions they studied for could increase Ontario's GDP by up to $100 billion over the next 5 years. July 11, 2023. Labor, Immigration, Training and Skills Development. News release. Ontario building better, more modern facilities at Timmins and District Hospital. The Ontario government is investing $2 million this year through the Health Infrastructure Renewal Fund to help Timmins and District Hospital complete critical upgrades and repairs that will create a safer, more comfortable space for people and their families connecting to care and services at the hospital. July 11, 2023. Health Bulletin. Canada and Ontario invest over $3.3 million in affordable housing for Windsor. Today, Erica Smirchik, PhD, Member of Parliament for Windsor-Tecumseh, on behalf of the Honourable Ahmed Hassan, Minister of Housing and Diversity and Inclusion, alongside the Honourable Nina Tangri, Associate Minister of Housing for Ontario, and Andrew Dowie, Member of Provincial Parliament for Windsor-Tecumseh, announced a combined investment of over $3.3 million to support the construction of 15 housing units in Windsor. July 11, 2023. Municipal Affairs and Housing. News release. Ontario advancing growing automotive, life sciences and tech sectors with mission to South Korea and Japan. The Ontario government has concluded a successful business mission to South Korea and Japan to strengthen relationships with economic partners and attract new investments in key sectors, including the life sciences and automotive sectors. As part of the mission, LSK Investments, a private South Korean life sciences and healthcare investment company, announced its plans to create a new $100 million venture capital fund for life sciences companies in Ontario and South Korea. July 10, 2023. Economic Development, Job Creation and Trade. News release. Province launches plan to power Ontario's growth. The Ontario government released the Powering Ontario's Growth Plan, outlining the actions the province is taking to meet the increasing demand for electricity driven by strong economic growth and electrification through the 2030s and 2040s. These actions, which include new zero-emissions electricity generation, long-duration storage and transmission lines, will provide families and industries with the reliable, low-cost and clean power they need and power our future. July 10, 2023. Energy.
Show some love with a like and share. Connect with us at DOL.STUDIO on social media. We want to hear from you. Subscribe for more local news, business insights, investment trends, and infrastructure developments. This podcast was sponsored by #WithLove Inc. community organization. All things done, #WithLove. sourcing smart and green products and people globally.